It's a Thursday, which means it's update day for Call of Duty across Warzone and Black Ops Cold War. But today was actually a little bit of a bigger update in a way that we didn't quite expect here, at least as of 24 hours ago. So today, we're going to break down everything that changed and what you need to know out of today's update. So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Is there anything in particular you really like out of this update? Do you like some of these changes made within Warzone and or Cold War? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts. As well, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below. And if you are new to the channel, maybe considering that subscribe button. We're on the road to 500,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to stay with all things Warzone and anything COD related, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, let's jump right into it. So today's update actually changed a little bit more than we may have actually anticipated going into the normal Thursday updates. What was expected though, but ties directly into the unexpected changes here, is that of the removal of the 80s Action Heroes event here. So if you didn't complete those challenges to get the DMR blueprint or the Pellington blueprint as the overall rewards, those are done and they're gone for good now at this point. If you didn't, I'm right there with you. I didn't complete either of those, but those challenges are now gone away and will not be reintroduced here for the remainder of Season 3 and likely onwards. But what is interesting is that outside of that, it seems to have had some effects here in the actual Warzone experience. If you jump into Warzone either in Plunder or BR, you'll notice a few things in particular. The biggest of which though is that Easter egg associated with Nakatomi Plaza, that's actually been entirely removed here, only available for the past 2 weeks, being introduced with that mid-season event in the 80s Action Heroes event starting, but it's been removed with the event itself, which is kind of strange. The Nakatomi Plaza building itself is still there and seemingly will be for the next couple of weeks here until we move over into Season 4, but that Easter egg and the missions associated with it have now been removed, and this actually was something that was kind of foreshadowed by an unintentional bug about an hour or two before the playlist update actually went live, where players who completed the Easter egg in BR only ended up getting 2 specialist tokens as opposed to 4, and whenever you died, they did not drop, so you could not land back on them to get your things, or whoever killed you didn't actually have the ability to get that specialist bonus as well. So it was kind of an odd build up to that, but it seemingly is now entirely removed, meaning that again, that overabundance of cash, $100,000 plus in BR and $500,000 in Plunder, that's no longer obtainable. And of course, then those larger ticket reward items like the advanced UAV, like specialist bonus, those things aren't going to be obtainable either. So I kind of figured that would be available until the end of the season here whenever the building itself was removed, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Also, though, removed was that of the CIA outpost and military base, as well as the survivor camps. So starting that progressive rewind back to where we were with Verdansk 84 before the 80s Action Heroes event and the mid-season update, but that is the biggest changes here that were kind of a surprise out of Warzone. We also ended up seeing that there were some bug fixes to the FARA 83 horizontal recoil control and some reticles with the axial arms 3 times and Royal Cross 4 times, and we also did see one weapon adjustment with the PPSH where the aim down sight position was adjusted for the iron sights. But outside of that, the only other things changed within Warzone was that of the playlist update, in which we end up seeing Verdansk Plunder, Trios, and Power Grab removed, but we also saw that we had introduced Verdansk Blood Money Trios and Rebirth Island Mini Royale Trios, while also keeping Resurgence Quads up on deck. Since we're talking about the application that Warzone is in, may as well just talk about briefly, real quick, the Modern Warfare playlist update as well. We see on offer this week Ground War, Blueprint Gunfight, Shoot the Ship, a combination of Shipment and Shoot House, of course, that you probably all know. 1v1 me bro, which is 1v1 TDM with the UAV always on, and you can talk to your opponent, so that may be good or bad depending on who you end up getting matched up with. Infected, and then Stir Crazy, which is a 10v10 mosh pit on a various number of 6v6 maps. Jumping over to Black Ops Cold War though, we ended up getting a number of playlist updates here this week, including Gunfight Tournament, Action Heroes Mosh Pit, Blueprint Ammo Gun Game, Face Off, which is 6v6 now, Fire Team Elimination, Nuketown 24/7, the 12v12 Mosh Pit, the Party Games Mosh Pit, and the Fire Team Mosh Pit as well. The big ticket items though, of course, are those newer ones here. The Gunfight Tournament is one that pits you up against 15 other duo teams, in which you have to be the last one standing to get all the rewards. This time around, you end up getting progressively the Death Champion emblem, the Supreme Being Calling card, the Gladiator's Gift Charm, and then finally the Patina Elite Diamante Blueprint that comes with the Task Force Barrel, quick dot LED, muzzle brake, and the SWAT laser. Now, as with other times within the gunfight tournaments, if you do not have any of the other items leading up to this, you can actually play these in multiple rounds to earn retroactively some of those rewards that we ended up seeing locked away from previous ones. So for me, whenever I queue up to it, because I haven't done it in the gunfight tournaments yet, it says the overall rewards are that of the first gunfight rewards, including that magnificent AK-47 blueprint. So you can do this multiple times to get things that you did not get already, leading up to the newest ones, as well as some XP along the way each time, but that was introduced here. Outside of that, the Action Heroes Mosh Pit doesn't quite get rid of Die Hardpoint and Rambo's gun game just yet. Even though the event is over, we do see these continuing on. Blueprint Ammo gun game is just gun game featuring a rotation of blueprint weapons that have tracer rounds and dismemberment effects, and then Face Off 6v6 is that of, well, face off, but in a 6v6 format, whereas normally it's 3v3. So we'll be playing team deathmatch, domination, and kill confirmed on gunfight maps of Ubon, ICBM, KGB, Game Show, Mansion, and Diesel. Outside of that, there's only one other major change that was really listed here at this, in which that's to multi-team elimination. That had some adjustments where the starting weapon will now randomly be selected from a pool of weapons for all players. Those weapons on offer could be the Diamatti, the MP5, the Milano 821, the AK-74U, or the Bullfrog. Third-person audio for the parachute being deployed has now also actually been increased, and that range has been extended to help with awareness of enemies dropping in on you, and they also addressed an issue that prevented squad wipe medals from being properly awarded. So a decent little bit of an update for Warzone and Cold War as well, but as always, the only other things that were introduced here with this week's update come in the way of new store items. Now, this we ended up seeing one featured bundle, and you may see something here in your operators and identity and or blueprints category. Sometimes that pops up where you do get new things, but that's not for everybody. Those are kind of more so on a random release. But as for the featured bundle that we ended up seeing today, that was the Nuclear Distillery 2x Mastercraft bundle. Now, this is the first of its kind in which we end up seeing 2 Mastercrafts being sold in one bundle, and actually was something that I was not sure if that would be the case here or not, because when we saw this bundle listed on COD Tracker, it actually didn't have the 2 ultra rarities. Only the Howler was listed as ultra rare, but now it is corrected here within the game files. Actually in game, you do see there's both of those Mastercraft icons, and they're both ultra rare here at this. But for this, you end up getting the Special Batch Howler Blueprint, the Science Project AK-47, the Spirit Shard Watch, the Dangerous Cocktail Charm, the Barrel Racer Vehicle Skin, the Rats Vehicle Horn, the Out of Control Emblem, and then the Science Experiment Calling Card. That all comes along for 2,400 COD points, and each of these weapons come along with Toxic Green Tracer rounds and Nuclear Dismemberment. Plus, if you play zombies, you also do get Toxic Elemental damage in that mode as well. The Howler I wouldn't use all that much, but the AK-47 depends on where you're playing around with this. A lot of this build is not built for Warzone, so you're going to lose a lot of the camo and the Mastercraft bits to it. But if you do play Cold War, it's not a terrible build as well. But that's available here with this week's shop update. Now, if you guys are interested in that or any of the other items that we've seen introduced as of recently, maybe perhaps that AMP63 bundle or anything still to come, it's entirely optional, but you can use code Espresso in the Support a Creator functionality within the in-game store. A huge thank you to Dealer, Bastion, Cam, and Andrew, who have used code Espresso in the store. If you ever decide to do so and want to help support the channel a little further, feel free to tweet me a picture. I'd love to shout out some of your generous support in upcoming videos. That said, that is the update here that we had as of today, but we also do see that as of tomorrow, we end up seeing the start of a double weapon XP event for the duration of the weekend. Starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, going until June 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, you'll be able to get double weapon XP for any weapon you want. So if you still need to rank up that new AMP63 or anything else that maybe you're going for DM Ultra or Dark Ether for, and you need to get those challenges unlocked, this is a great way to do so. But other than that, that is where we're at here with this, and that's where we're going to wrap it up. So love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this update so far? Do you like the changes made to Warzone? Do you like some of the things introduced in the playlist updates? Whatever it is, feel free to mirror thoughts. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. If you're interested in any of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you also want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Probably live on both those. If you guys want to start up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.